Hello, everybody. My name is Mr. Wilson. I'm one of the counselors here at Carter High School. And what you're about to see is an informational video just to hopefully catch everybody up to speed for our upcoming incoming freshman parent night that we have coming up on May 3rd. So first off, let's do a big welcome to the class of 2027. All of our eighth graders who are going to be coming here for next year, we've already seen you and shared most of this information when you were on our campus for our freshman sneak peek event. But we wanted to catch parents up to speed and then share a little bit of new information with you guys, just so that when we have our event next week, that you guys know what's going on. So firstly, hopefully you've already seen this flyer roll through your email. Our incoming freshman parent night is Wednesday, May 3rd from 5:30 to 7 p.m. at Carter High School. This is a fair style event, meaning that there won't be any presentations or anything like that. We will be set up on our quad, and it's a great opportunity for students and parents to meet teachers, talk to counselors, talk to coaches, see what kind of awesome things we have going on at Carter High School next year, and get a better idea for what you want to do when you get here. We'll also have some ASB students that'll be running campus tours, and you will have the opportunity to speak to a counselor if you want to make a change to your course request. So you definitely want to come to this event. This is open for our parents and our incoming eighth graders that are going to be freshmen next year. So we're looking forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday, May 3rd. Okay. Also, if you want to get a head start on next year, we have a grade level Google Classroom for every single grade here at Carter High School. And it's how our counseling department and our college and career center keeps in touch with everybody, letting you know about all of our different events and activities that we have going on. That Google Classroom code is on the screen there. If you want to join that now, feel free. Otherwise, you'll definitely be hearing a lot more about it next year. But again, if you want to get a jump on that, join the Google Classroom. Okay. All right. So the transition into high school, let's talk about that a little bit. There is actually a point to this whole high school thing. So when we had your student here and we were talking to them in February, we were trying to basically explain to them that this transition from middle school to high school really is difficult for a lot of students. And high school is about preparing for the future. It's about making sure that we get students graduated and that they have a plan for what they're going to do after they graduate, and moving students in that direction. To that end, you do have to pass your classes. And this is probably the most important thing that we tried to drill into students when they were here in February for our sneak peek event, is that in high school, if you're not passing classes, you're not earning credits. Okay, so you have to, every single class is worth 5 credits. You're in 6 classes as a normal schedule, which means that a student should be earning 30 credits every semester to be on track. In middle school, we know that if students don't pass, they still get kind of moved on to the next level. It's not the same way in high school. In high school, if you don't have your credits at the end, we have a problem. Okay. And then along those lines, we absolutely hope that you are going to get involved in activities while you are here at Carter High School, which is another one of the reasons why we're doing this this incoming freshman parent night, is trying to get students plugged into things that they can get excited about. So whether it's a club or a sport or another kind of activity, you want to have something that you are doing besides just coming to high school. Studies show that students that are involved are doing better because there's actually they're not just coming because their parents are making them. They're connected. There's things that they care about. Okay. And yes, you do have a fresh start in high school. I know that my little picture there is cutting that off, but yes, in high school, counselors can see middle school grades, but for the most part, you are starting a brand new student record. And so this is a great opportunity to, if you haven't been doing well, to turn things around, but you're starting like a brand new start. So we're hoping for good things when your student is here next year. Okay. These are the high school graduation requirements in Rialto. So to graduate in Rialto, you do need 220 credits in all of these different subject areas. I'm not going to go through each one of those right now, but in general, just kind of going back to what we just said, you have to pass your classes, you have to earn your credits. We keep all of our students on track for graduation. As long as they're passing their classes, they will earn their credits, they will be good to go. Okay. A to G, if you've never heard of this, is college eligibility in the state of California. So if your student wants to be eligible to go to a Cal State University or a UC, the University of California, they have to pass all of their classes with a C or higher. So at Carter High School, we keep all of our students on track for graduation and for A to G because we want people to have as many options as possible. If you get a D, as in dog, in a class, you will earn credits for graduation, but Ds do not work for college eligibility. So we are pushing all of our students to not just pass classes, but to get C's or higher so that we've got more options at the end of high school. Okay. We have lots of resources here at Carter High School. Some of those you will see when you're here next week for our incoming freshman parent night. But our library here on campus is a public library. It's a county library. So that means that during the day, we are doing normal school library stuff. And then after school, it turns into a county library, which means that your students have access to a wealth of resources through the county system that they wouldn't normally have, which is awesome. It also means our library is open late. So if your student needs a safe place to study, after school, there's definitely a way to do that. Our College and Career Center is phenomenal. Miss Zamora runs that, and we do things at all grade levels in there. Through our College and Career Center, there are different organizations through Cal State San Bernardino and UC Riverside that come in and work with our students. So that's EAOP, Upward Bound, CalSOAP, Talent Search. Some of those will actually be at our freshman our freshman incoming freshman parent night next week. So good opportunity to kind of learn more about those, but great resources. We have a wellness center on campus. So if your student isn't doing well, we have a space where they can go and just kind of decompress a little bit. And then hopefully get them back into a place where they can get back to class. But we are concerned about your students' mental wellness as well, and that's what our wellness center is about. And then Student View and Parent View is a fabulous resource, which I'm sure you already know about. Students and parents, you are not going to need new accounts when you come to Carter High School. Your account just kind of follows you up. But Student View and Parent View allow you to see grades in real time and to make sure that you're in contact with teachers and that you know what's happening, which is super powerful. So great resources. As far as like what a freshman schedule is going to look like, a regular schedule is 6 classes. So that's periods 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Of those classes, you're going to have core classes. Your core classes for a freshman are English, math, science, and PE. You will notice that history is missing. We do not start history until sophomore year. So what that means for most students is they're actually going to have room to have 2 electives, unless they have a support class. So we have a few different support classes here at Carter High School, whether you're an English learner or special ed or a variety of other things, but most students are going to have 2 electives and then 4 core classes. So when students were on our campus in February for our sneak peek event, we had them tell us what electives they wanted, and then to the best of our abilities, we got them set up in those classes. Okay, you can actually see course requests in Student View and Parent View. If you've not checked that out, we would encourage you to do that before you come to our incoming freshman parent night next week. But if you log into Student View or Parent View, on the left-hand side, you'll see that course request is an option, and when you click on that, all of your course requests for next year will pop up. They're not super easy to look at, but each year-long class will have a first semester and a second semester. So for this snapshot that you guys are seeing here, I think you can see my little cursor here. This student is signed up for ROTC 1 for both semesters, English 9 for both semesters, Math 1 for both semesters, PE, and then we can't scroll down here. But in order to have a full schedule for 6 classes, they should have 12 course requests, which is 6 full year-long classes. Okay, so definitely check out those course requests. Again, we place students based upon what classes they're in right now, their current grades, and what they asked for when they were here. If you have questions about any of those, if you want to choose a different elective or you're not sure what a specific class is, counselors will be available at our incoming freshman parent night, and we would love to answer your questions. But you definitely want to look at those. We will not be printing out course requests because everything is viewable online. Okay, so again, check that out through Student View or Parent View. Okay, and another resource that we wanted to tell you guys about is every single class that we offer here at Carter High School is on our online course catalog. So if you go to the school website, and if you've never been to the Carter High School website, all you have to do is Google Carter High School, and we're the first thing that comes up. If you go to the Carter High School website, the student drop down at the top, you want to go to where it says Course Catalog. And when you go to Course Catalog, our entire course catalog is here. The front page has graduation requirements, A to G stuff, just general high school stuff for Carter. And then every other class that we offer is on this online course catalog. A lot of the teachers have even gone so far as to make like an informational video that's attached to it as well. So if you want to see what some of these different class options are and get to know a little bit more about our offerings here, everything is on this online course catalog. We would encourage you to check that out as well. Okay. GATE honors and AP. So what does the GATE program look like in high school? So we don't really call it GATE when you get to high school. When you get to high school, students have the option of taking honors and AP classes. Unlike middle school, like in middle school, if you're a GATE student, they tend to put you in all honors. Students absolutely have the option to choose what classes they want to do honors and what classes they don't want to do honors. Some of the reasons that you might think about doing honors is if you are a really good student in a specific area, this is an honors class is going to be harder, faster, go a little deeper, so that you're going to be prepared to take AP classes at some point. Our district also weights all of our GPAs for our honors and AP classes. And if you don't know what a weighted GPA is, basically if you get an A in a weighted class, an honors or an AP class, instead of it counting as a 4.0 in your GPA, it actually counts as a 5.0. And so it definitely helps out your GPA as well if you're getting good grades in those classes. And that's how we have people graduating with these crazy GPAs. So at Carter High School, we have, when students graduate, one of our honors designations is called Distinguished Scholars. Our Distinguished Scholars are students that have graduated and they're over a 4.0. Okay. When you're on campus walking around in our quad, you will see banners that are hanging up in the quad area with those students. What we do is if you're graduating as a distinguished scholar, we honor you in our quad and your banner is hanging up there. Our distinguished scholars also get to wear a gold gown at graduation to set them apart because they achieved that 4.0 or higher, which is a big deal. And like I already said, guys, the honors classes are going to prepare you for AP classes. There are actually a couple AP classes that you can take as a freshman, but an AP class it stands for Advanced Prep. It's basically a college level class that's being taught on a high school campus. And the goal of taking an AP class is to be able to pass the AP exam at the end of the year. Our district pays for AP exams, which is amazing. And if students pass those AP exams, colleges take those passing test scores for college credit. So that means that when you graduate, I've got students that graduate every year that are going off to a UC or a Cal State or even some of the privates, and they've already got college credit on their transcript because of their AP scores. So that's definitely why you want to think about taking those honors in AP. Along that same line, you may have heard of our Alpha Scholar program. Our Alpha Scholar program is a program that is for students that want to take all the honors and AP that they can fit into their schedule, and it's trying to support those students. You do have to apply to get in. We have like roughly, I'm going to say roughly 25% of our students are in honors and AP classes, but our Alpha Scholars cohort is less than 36 because they're actually all in the same cohort together for their core classes. And so we keep it at a low number. But you can be an honors student without being an Alpha Scholars. If you're interested in the Alpha Scholar program, all that information is on our website as well. We are already looking at applications for next year, but you can still apply. And if we don't look at it during this round, we will look at it at the end of the summer. If you have any questions about that, you can reach out to me personally. My name again is Mr. Wilson. All right. So we also want to talk about our science pathways because this gets a little bit confusing. So at Carter High School, we have all of our sciences are 3 years, and we expect you to be in the same pathway for 3 years. By completing that pathway, you will meet the graduation requirement and you will be ready for college as far as your A to G goes. So our two pathways are the traditional pathway and then the environmental pathway. And this is what they look like. So basically, if you want to go the traditional pathway, it's biology, chemistry, physics, but they have slightly different names. So our biology class is called Living Earth. Chemistry is chemistry and earth systems, and then the physics class is physics and the universe. If you want to do honors science, the only way to do honors science is through the traditional pathway. And so that would be Living Earth honors, chemistry honors, AP physics. And then if you want to do the environmental pathway, this is an integrated science pathway. So you're basically learning about science through an environmental lens. The first class is called Environmental Science. As a sophomore, it's exploring marine environments. And then as a junior, it's energy in the world of the future. All of these pathways are A to G, which means they are college prep, and they're all good pathways. It's just kind of a matter of choosing which one you're most excited about. And then we do have a lot of options, which you can see at the bottom of that chart there, that you can still take if you want to take a fourth year and do as a senior. But right now, things to think about when you're choosing a science pathway. And again, students chose this when they were here signing up for their electives. It's as a freshman, you're either in Living Earth honors, or environmental science. Those are the three choices. Okay. And all of these details, again, are on our course catalog. So if you want to get in there and do a deeper dive on our science pathways, you absolutely can. Okay, so let's get into our electives. I'm going to go over these really quickly. We spent a lot of time on these when we were doing our freshman sneak peek event with your students, because we had students that were presenting, we had different groups that were doing stuff. All those videos and everything are on our course catalog. I'm just going to kind of blow through things so that you know what choices your student had for their electives, okay? So our first category is foreign language. At Carter High School, we have 2 foreign languages, Spanish and German. For graduation requirements, you need to do at least 1 year of these. For college, though, we want you to do at least 2. So a lot of our freshmen will be starting their foreign language. If you already speak Spanish, it is important that you tell us that when you sign up for the class. And if you come to our incoming freshman parent night next week, we will have Spanish teachers here that are able to test you. But the reason you want to get tested if you already speak is if we can start you at a higher level, colleges will take that for completed years. So for instance, if I'm a freshman and I test into Spanish 3, at the end of the year, as far as colleges are concerned, I just did 3 years of Spanish. So you definitely need to tell us if you speak Spanish so that we can get you assessed. Right now, all of our Spanish speakers, we went ahead and put you in Spanish 2 for Spanish speakers, but we are going to get you tested before the year is over. Okay. We also have German, and our German teacher is great. So if you want to take a different foreign language, German is a great way to go. As far as our fine arts go, we have a lot of fine art classes here at Carter High School, but as a freshman, you pretty much have to start off in Art 1. Okay, Art 1 is a little bit of everything. If you do want to take your first AP class, this is not an easy class. I'm going to remind you that. But if you want to take AP Art History, that is open to freshmen. If you are interested in learning about the history of art and then trying to see if you can earn that college credit, that's what that's about. Again, more on our online course catalog if you want to look at that. For performing arts, we have a lot that's open to freshmen. Concert choir, which is just our regular beginning choir. Orchestra, if you want to play a stringed instrument. Music appreciation, if you just want to learn about music and not play anything. Wind ensemble is our band. Guitar, she does have a few guitars to check out, but for the most part, you should own a guitar if you want to take that class. And then our beginning theater class, Theater 1. So those are all open to freshmen. They're all college prep, all great programs and great teachers. We have a bunch of special programs and academic teams here at Carter High School. So AJROTC, our ROTC program is through the United States Army. Your student is not joining the Army to do this program. It's a leadership class, but it's a great program that a lot of our students are involved in for all 4 years. Something to note about ROTC, and actually I should have noted this about marching band. Oh, I haven't covered marching band yet. That's why. So ROTC can count as PE credit as well, which means all of our freshmen have to take PE. There's no getting out of that. But if you do PE and ROTC, you can actually fulfill the 2-year PE requirement in 1 year. So that tends to be a popular option with a lot of our students. We have a great AVID program here. So if you're wanting to go to a 4-year college, our AVID program is about prepping you for that. MESA is our competitive science program. Stands for mechanical engineering science something. Anyway, it's a great program. I always tell people that MESA is kind of like science fair on steroids. They go and compete at UC Riverside, and our MESA program is super strong. Our speech and debate program is awesome. If you're thinking about being an attorney someday, or you like the idea of like acting in a competitive arena, our speech and debate team goes and competes at different high schools and does really well. We have students that make it to state and nationals every year. So a very great program. And then our Foundations of Leadership is our ASB class. So I know our ASB program has different hoops that you've got to jump through if you want to join, but those are all of our special programs and academic teams here at Carter High School. We also have a variety of career tech programs, and 4 of those are actually open to freshmen if you want to start them at your freshman year. So there's child development, if you're thinking about a career someday where you're working with children. Video production, if you want to learn how to shoot and edit digital video. Healthcare essentials, which is the first class in our nursing pathway. And then pharmacy clerk, if you want to learn what it looks like to work in a pharmacy. All of these CTE classes, career tech classes, are 2-year programs. So if you start them as a freshman, we do want you to finish it by taking the second class at some point. So as you're doing your 4-year plan, that's definitely something to think about. We love the idea of you being a career tech program completer, but that does require doing both classes. Some other classes that we have here at Carter, we have an elective called Ethnic Studies and Social Justice. Great class where you're basically learning about how ethnicity and how much money you make and how you play out in society, how it all works, the social justice movement, really good social studies elective. So if that's something you're interested in, you can jump in there. And then another AP class that's open to freshmen is our AP Human Geography class. So that is an AP social studies class where you're learning about some of the theories and stuff behind geography. So great class as well if you're looking to push yourself. So, and then if you want to go above and beyond and do a 0 or a 7th period, our marching band is 0 period. So if you want to be part of the marching band program that goes and competes and then performs at like the football games and stuff, that's a 0 period commitment, and that also counts as PE credit. So along with ROTC, if you do marching band and PE, you can again knock out your whole graduation requirement in 1 year. Great program. Treble choir is our after school all girls show choir. You do have to try out for that, but if you show interest, she'll reach out to you and let you know. And then stage production is for our theater kids that want to do more than just taking Theater 1. These are the students that are wanting to be involved in putting on the plays that happen throughout the year, and that's a big after school commitment as well, but a great program. So those are all things that are open as 0 and 7th period. Okay. Now, if you did not see the class that you wanted to take, or that you're really hoping that your student is going to sign up for a class and you didn't just see us talk about that, we have a lot of classes here at Carter High School, but they're not all open to freshmen. So we just pretty much went over all of the freshman offerings, but there's many, many more classes that they can take before they graduate. I would point you to our online course catalog just to get a better idea of what all those options are. And again, when you're here for our incoming freshman parent night next week, if you want to stop by and talk to a counselor or a teacher and get a better idea about what a class specifically is, we would love to help you out with that. Okay. So again, guys, I know this was a really quick video. We really just wanted to make sure that you had some information so that you're a little better prepared when you show up on Wednesday the 3rd to do our freshman sneak peek, or freshman incoming freshman parent night. Sorry, I keep getting the two events mixed up, but great event. It's from 5:30 to 7. You can pop in whenever you want, whenever you can in that time window there. And we're looking forward to seeing you then. Thank you so much. Again, my name is Mr. Wilson here at Carter High School. We're looking forward to seeing you next week and next year. Thank you.